we show up, then we still have it. Yeah, we slide around this coast. Yeah, we glowing up, but we still trapping. Sitting high up on the stone. When my foes out, got the world clapping. Yeah, we vibing up in this show. So you make high up on the stone. When my foes out, got the world clapping. Yeah, we vibing up in this show. So your main girl in the private section. Yeah, we ride around this ghost. If we show up, then we still have it. Yeah, we slide around this coast. Yeah, we glowing up, but we still trapping. Sitting high up on the stone. When my foes out, got the world clapping. Yeah, we vibing up in this show. So your main girl in the private section. Yeah, glowing up, but we still trapping. That's how a nigga survives. Flowing out, got the crowd packed. Yeah, that's how a nigga provides. Y'all insta this, y'all snap that, y'all diss this, and they snap back. Another mass shooting in the headlines. I'm like, damn, where that attack at? Cause y'all think this about race. They font that shit in your face. It's like every day it's the same agenda. It's really not that hard to trace. Fuck it, we might as well face it. Accept it, whatever it's wrapped in. There'll come a day when they run out of grace. So me and my niggas stay trapping. Yeah, ride around this ghost. If we show up, then we still have it. Yeah, we slide around this coast. Yeah, we glowing up, but we still trapped. Sitting high up on the stone. When my foes out, got the world clapping. Yeah, we vibing up in this show. So your main girl in the private section. Hey, someone be too who I wanted to be and then what I became. Ended up going my own way, but I couldn't stay in my lane. Now if I'm honest, I've taken a liking to wearing these chains. They hold me down, make it easier when I stop.
Whoa, normal.
The sun is shining, the birds are chirping, the bacon is sizzling. Welcome to the Daily Swole.
Yeah. Testing, 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 test, 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 testing, 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 test, 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 testing, 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 testicles, testing, testicles, or testicles. Welcome everyone to episode 1300 of the Daily Mother Swole, the most muscular swolecast, beercast, broadcast, gangcast, mancast, pimpcast, sleevescast, and slaycast in the realm, because when I flex, je flex. We all flex our biceps. What's going on, beaches, booshes, busters, husses, and ye old hoes? It's your boy Papa Swole-o and Everest and K2 flexing on you. Yes, I got the little sweatshirt on today, but it's open, so the nips are free. And I figured, you know what? Because you probably always get the nips, it doesn't bring any kind of like interest, you know? So when I kind of make it a little bit more like, you know, if I'm wearing something, it's more obvious that they're exposed. It's like, whoa, look at that. Look at that contrast. It's like, boom, boom. Like it's here. There's nowhere else to put it. Like it's obvious. It's obvious. It's open. And you're like, what's going on down there? What's going on down there? It's like a mystery, a little mystery. Yeah. Wouldn't you like to know what's with the shirt? I know. Well, here's the thing. If I'm wearing a shirt, guess what I can do? I can take it off like that. I can do a dramatic removal. And you can't do that unless you're wearing something like that. So maybe I'll just go, maybe a little off the shoulder will be nice. How about that? How uncomfortable is that? How 1980 or 1991 maybe? I don't know. All right, here we go. I'm feeling good now. Now I'm warmed up anyway. It's like I was a pitcher. You know, I'm a starting pitcher going into the game. You know how like when pitchers have, you know, in between innings before they go back out there, they put the jacket on, keep their arm warm. I got to stay warm. I got to warm up. Now I'm hot. We're warmed up. You can also dramatically remove the sunglasses. Yeah, but I might not. All right, fam. Anyway, off the shoulder. All right, what's going on? I hope you're enjoying your time off. Be careful tonight. You know, tonight's a big drinking night and people go out and party. So just be smart, be safe. What I want to do today, actually, I sent out some messages to Swole Text, and we talked about some topics that you would want to discuss and things that you want to cover a little bit more. I am flash dancing it a little bit. I could dramatically flip my hair, April. True. Good point. What's going on? Thanksgaining. Happy 1300. That's right. It is 1300 before we get into it. For sure. It is. Another day, some more gains. Another day and some more gains. So I'm doing a little yoga tonight. What are you training today, fam? Put that in the comments. Let's see what's going on. So let's take a couple suggestions and topics that you all want to discuss a little more about. Let me see if I can pull up some of these. Got a couple good ones. This one was from Taya Harvey, and she was saying a topic idea: being a lone wolf because you won't stand with the sheep. talking about being a lone wolf. And this actually stood out to me because of the time of year it is and the fact that it is Thanksgiving, as we're calling it, Thanksgaining on the board behind me, Thanksgaining. So before we get into that topic about being a lone wolf, I want you to all think about that. I want you all to think about that for a second and start dropping what you think in the comments below, because Thanksgaining, being around a lot of family and friends, getting a lot of pressure to eat poorly and having that tug of war inside your brain, like, should I eat this? Should I not eat this? Am I going to feel like shit? Do I want to feel like shit? When you're a lone wolf, when you have strong opinions, when you have specific goals and things that you're doing, a lot of people are going to be standing on the other side of that line. They're going to be pressuring you to slack. They're going to be pressuring you to eat, and make some of these choices that maybe you don't really want to make. You're going to feel maybe you're back against the wall. For those of you that are maybe catching this later, it looks like the internet's kind of taking a little bit of a shit. So if anything, this might just be more of an audio podcast. So it looks like it's cutting in and out, unfortunately. But we're going to keep on rolling, not going to stop. And then if the stream comes back in and out, it is what it is. So that being said, I do want to offer the card for today. The Swole card will be thanks on the top. I'm going to write it right now while Comcast wants to figure out what's going on here. Thanks. And then in big letters, gaining. I'm going to write that live here. Thanksgaining. And I'm going to sign that too. All right, let's see. The internet is a complete, jeez. The internet's all in and out right now. It was fluctuating earlier before. I love how it's always like the most important episodes are like the best ones. I love how it's episode 1300. And you know what's great about this? Let's think about this from a little bit more of a philosophical standpoint. It's just more proof. Like, it doesn't matter how many episodes I've done. It doesn't matter how many workouts you've done. It doesn't matter how long you've been on your routine. Like, there's always going to be shit that comes up. There's always going to be shit that comes up. I mean, this is just a great example. And for those of you that I know, I'm aware that it's cutting in and out. So apologies for the inconvenience. It happens. But what's interesting is that no matter how many episodes that we do, it's just very fitting that it's 1300. So it's kind of like a little psychological milestone. It's cool. It's definitely cool. It's another brick in the wall. But no matter how many episodes we do, there's always going to be shit that comes up. There's always going to be shit that comes up. There's always going to be that just, it doesn't matter. Life doesn't care that it's episode 1300. Life doesn't care. Life doesn't care that it's episode 1500 or 1000 or 10,000. If the internet wants to cut out, if shit wants to hit the fucking fan, if there wants to be some kind of choppiness to the internet or the broadcast crashes, it doesn't matter what episode we're on. Just shit can always go sideways. You have to learn how to adapt. So you might have lost the live feed, but the audio podcast, we've been talking the whole time. I haven't broken conversation once, but it's just a great example of life not giving a fuck what episode, doesn't give a fuck what's convenient, doesn't care that we're live. It's like, all right, the internet's out, done. How do we react to it? Do I stress? Do I lose my shit? Do I freak out? Do I get frustrated? Do I start from scratch? Or, all right, well, those of you that are watching the video podcast, you're going to have to catch the audio later because the video's taking a poop. And it kind of is what it is, right? It just goes to show life doesn't care. Life doesn't care. Life doesn't give a fuck that I got podcasts going down today. Life doesn't give a shit. So let's talk about that lone wolf action. Let's talk about that lone wolf action. And Christian Guerra dropped in her comment. I find those individuals who feel like they need to push food on others are doing that more because of their own issues. Stand true to you and your goals. And this is kind of my own personal take on this. I say, and this goes to show a similar mirror effect or a very similar situation are those of you that have work environments and you go and you bring food to work and then you're in the break room or something like that and everyone's giving you shit for bringing beef and broccoli, or you're bringing sweet potatoes to work and you're having a salad rather than having pizza or Chinese takeout for lunch and things like that. This is a very similar situation because now you're with family, so it's kind of harder to refuse family. It's easier for people to, say things that really hurt the other person because when you're family, the sensitive issues for people, people better than, that's why best friends can hurt each other more, family can hurt each other more, just because you feel like this ability to say things perhaps that no one else would say, and you know things that no one else would know, and you know them better than other people. So one of the problems with knowing people is that your ability to hurt someone else may increase in a big way because you know those weak points. And a lot of family members feel like it's just more comfortable with each other. So you're able, you push things more, or you voice your opinion like, oh, what are you fucking dieting for? Come on. Or, or you're not going to eat this. This is my famous potato salad, and whatever it is. A lot of people are just more susceptible to family pressures than even friends. And then some people are vice versa. Some people are more susceptible to be pressured and do things from friends than family. I mean, it depends on the person, but just explaining the different, a lot of you are going to be the Lone Ranger this week. A lot of you are going to be the one person that doesn't want to necessarily partake in all the binge eating tomorrow. And you might get shit for it, or you're going to get some comments or some looks or just some things that, snide little underhanded kind of like, jabs from other people. And a lot of times people that are insulting or not supportive of you eating healthier, a lot of times is because they see you taking action. They see you doing something. They see you taking control. They see you trying to improve yourself. They see you doing what they wish they could, and they can't, and they aren't, and they know it. So the fact that you're doing it, it's like your presence not offends them, but it's like your presence just exposes to them. It's like them looking in a mirror being, oh, look what you're not doing. Look what this person's doing, and you're not doing it. And then that gives them the license to make those comments towards you and make you feel shitty. So hopefully you give up on that and they don't have to feel so bad for themselves. That's usually how it kind of works. It's just showing a reflection of what they're not accomplishing. So for those of you that are just joining, I know we broke out or it split up and the connection kind of took a shit, but the card for today is Thanksgaining. So hashtag Thanksgaining for the card. It's also on the wall behind. Episode 13 hundo. All right. If you want to win this card, I will send this card to you. If you win, I'll announce the winner at the end of the episode. Thanksgaining is the card. So hashtag Thanksgaining if you want to win today's Swole card. Will Spray. I've had jobs in the past where I was ridiculed, can't talk, or just made to feel like I was harshing the vibe by bringing my food. So that, amidst other reasons, had me leave. Well, a lot of people don't necessarily have that kind of resolve or the ability to leave. So, I mean, that's impressive that you actually wanted to surround yourself with better people. A lot of people put up with jobs that they don't like because they like the people they work with. But if you don't like the people you work with, that's a real tough environment because there's no support, there's no venting, there's no camaraderie, there's no deflection of any kind of work stress if you don't like the people that you work with. Kristen, I'm cooking this year, so everything will be something I can eat. That's a good hack. Take control. You could be the host. Not everyone wants to host, but that's a good way to do it. You eat your own food or you bring your own food. But a lot of people, here's exactly what I'm talking about. When you come to this lone wolf thing, you could be that person. You're bringing your own food. A lot of people just contribute to the binge. They contribute to the buffet style for dinner. But if you bring your own food, some people might take offense. Oh, you don't want to eat my food? You're too good for my food. And they might not say that directly, but that could be like the underlying message and that underlying kind of tone, especially when it comes to from family. You have that, your mom or your relative made their whatever casserole that you don't want to eat anymore, that you figured out by doing elimination diets. You realize that makes you feel the ingredients and those types of things or make you feel uncomfortable or sick or nauseous or bloated, and you don't want to feel that way. But how do you not be rude to them and pass on it? Or do you pretend to eat it and dump it in the garbage or what? You could bring side dishes. You could bring side dishes and things that you can eat yourself. So you bring, let's say you like asparagus over other things. You bring a roasted asparagus or something, and then you can eat that. So it's a way for you to make sure that there's something that you also like, which is smart. Mario, I am bringing my food tomorrow. I'm bringing my food tomorrow when I go to my mom's house and I don't care. Yeah, I think it's easier too. That solves all the problems. You bring your own food, you bring the stuff that you want to eat, and you spend time. You spend time with your family. What's really Thanksgiving all about? What's Thanksgiving? What's Thanksgiving? What's Thanksgaining all about? Right? What's it all about? It's about being with other people. It's about appreciating having first world problems, having maybe the football game you wanted to watch wasn't streaming live. That's a first world problem. Or you went to the store and they're out of grass-fed beef. I mean, that's still a first world problem. That's a horrific tragedy if that were the case. But, you know, your cell phone service, you know, is acting up again, or your Wi-Fi. My Wi-Fi is today, right? Just now, a little while ago, the live stream cut out a little bit. Okay. And what? Why freak out about it? It happens sometimes. It's going to fucking happen again. All I know is I'm not the one that's acquiring the Wi-Fi and the internet. A company is doing all this for me. So I'm thankful to have a company that will provide me internet and streaming. I'm thankful to all of you for watching and tuning into the podcast every day. I'm thankful for a lot of things. So to have a little inconvenience at one part during the podcast, like, all right, so if the podcast took a complete shit, I'd post it and be like, well, that's the lay of the land. Sometimes shit hits the fucking fan. It's all about how you react to it. If you internalize it as stress, if you internalize what other people say at Thanksgiving dinner about your choices, you know, if you internalize what other people, they can think what they want. If you internalize it and you make it a big deal, then it's a big deal. If you don't internalize it and you don't make it a big deal, then guess what? It's not a big deal. And then you don't have to deal with stressing yourself out about it because you didn't create a situation in which stress was a warranted, byproduct. Steve, I don't know anybody who's got diabetes and goes to their family's houses and celebrates by having family pushing pies, cakes, and cookies down their throat. If you say no and they would get mad, I'm sorry, everyone. I read that. I don't understand exactly what you mean. That comment completely flipped around. It didn't make sense to me at the end. Maybe I read it wrong. Let's see. Scrolling. Paul Lioness, I just end up spending a lot of time in my own company as not many people even eat cooked food from scratch and I don't want to go out drinking, etc. We all have our different preferences. Wednesday night, tonight's one of the biggest drinking nights of the year. Everyone goes out. James, I'll spend time with my family, but I refuse to allow that time to make me feel like shit for the next 48 to 72 hours. I got this question on my Instagram. I think it was Instagram stories. So I got this question about, I don't know if I answered it. I think it was a question that was submitted, but I don't think I got to this one yet. Someone asked me, do I ever go out and like feast with the boys or something? Like, when do I ever allow myself to go out and feast or something like that? Because they were responding to how I'm very, like my approach is very strict. Maybe it was I think it was on YouTube actually. I think it was a YouTube comment. I forget where it was. I was scrolling and I kind of caught a couple of them. And the question was kind of inferring that I never, I guess splurge because I always talk harshly against splurging. Now, my perspective and my opinion on splurging, my opinion on, I guess, eating a lot of food is different than what a lot of other people have because of my perspective. Most people are overeating. Most people are binge eating. Most people are splurging every day. So Thanksgiving splurge, or when they go out and cheat because they're already relative to me, a lot of people are cheating every fucking day. So for them, a cheat meal is extra disgusting. And their idea of a cheat meal, from my perspective, is just above and beyond. Like that 15,000 calorie, that girl that was drinking like 2 liters of hot chocolate and all those donuts and stuff to get to 15,000 calories. Like I consider a feast. You tell me. I mean, I eat such nutrient dense food. That's feasting for me. A meal is feasting for me. If I go to the gym and I work out and I come back and I have a ribeye steak with some Celtic sea salt, some grass-fed butter on it, maybe a sweet potato and some asparagus, that's a fucking feast in my opinion. What else do I need to eat? I don't have to try to stuff down 20,000 calories. I'm full. I'm full from delicious food. And it depends maybe on the exercise and my output and what I'm trying to accomplish. But if I'm eating for satisfaction and I'm eating my food, I'm just full. I feel like I'm feasting with just a fucking meal. Like a ribeye steak is feasting. A ribeye steak is fucking feasting. I don't need extra shit. I don't need to pound 2 bags of fucking potato chips and all this liquid calories. Like, I'm full. I don't feel that feasting has to be synonymous with feeling sick to my stomach. I don't know why feasting is associated with like throwing up and eating till you feel disgusting. Why do I want to feel sick after eating? I can enjoy a ton of delicious food and just eat till I'm satisfied, because then past that, it's not enjoyable. It's not enjoyable to feel uncomfortable. I can eat till I'm satisfied, digest a little bit, and then have more. Why can't you let your body handle what it can handle? You don't have to give it. You wouldn't overflow your gas tank. You wouldn't just overflow it. You fill it till it clicks, and then you stop pumping in gas. What if every time you were filling up your gas tank, you decide to spray an extra half a tank all over your fucking car? Hey, my gas tank is full, but you know what? It feels so good. Let me just pour gasoline all over my car. You would never do that. You would fill your gas tank up and you would go on your way. And then when you needed gas again, you would fill up. Everyone is giving extra gas to their car. They're filling up their gas tank and then spraying it on top of the car. That's all that's going on. That's all that's going on. You're giving yourself extra fuel. You wouldn't do that to your car, so why are you doing that to your body? You can still enjoy the food. You can still have eat something you don't normally eat. It's Thanksgiving. All right, one day a fucking year, then fucking do it. But why can't you do it within a comfortable range? Why can't you do it? Like, if you're full, you're stuffed. You already binged. You're satisfied. That's not really normal for a human body in nature. Like, if you were hunting your own food, you wouldn't be satisfied and stuffed and satiated all the time. You would be a long time and oftentimes without food, and then you would eat a lot of food and you'd be full, and then you would have to hunt more food. Like, it would be this constant yin, and it'd be this constant kind of, you have food, you don't have food. It's okay to be hungry. It's okay to not stuff yourself. It's okay to not feel disgusting. It's okay to not want to throw up. It's okay. You don't have to want to throw up. That's fucking bad. That's fucking terrible. To eat to the point of feeling disgusting. If you really want to eat comfortably, you have to stop when you're about 75 or so, 75, 80% full. 75 to 80%, because your hormones, your feedback system is usually about 15 to 20 minutes delayed. So when you feel kind of like 75% full, if you wait 10 or 15 minutes, you're going to feel full because the hormones have finally filtered back. It's slower than the nervous system. You need to allow your body to gather that information from the blood and from these transmitters and from these messengers to let your brain know, okay, we're full. We don't have to feel hungry anymore. But you don't wait. You eat another 2,000 calories in the next 10, 15 minutes with another Big Mac, and then you feel disgusting because now you're overly stuffed. So, we've been talking a lot about intermittent fasting. I mean, even in tomorrow's YouTube video, I covered intermittent fasting a little bit. I mean, Thanksgiving is a great day to do that. You're probably not going to drink or eat for the morning. You shouldn't. You shouldn't. You don't need to eat breakfast on Thanksgiving. You don't need to be drinking alcohol all fucking day. But look, you're grown adults. You're going to do whatever the hell you want. You're going to do whatever the fuck you want. I'm not here to tell you what to do. I just want you to think about what you're doing and to do things for the right reasons. And a lot of people don't. A lot of people do things for other people's reasons. A lot of people will eat things because someone else wanted to eat that. A lot of people will go somewhere just because someone else wanted to go there. You don't have to do things that other people want to do, in the sense that you can do things your way. You don't have to eat food just because this is what you've always eaten on Thanksgiving. So change it. It's just a meal. It's just, there's no difference between today and tomorrow. There really isn't. It's just another 20 hours from now. That's it. It's just a Thursday. It's a Thursday. We call this Thursday. We call this Thanksgiving. This is just, it's turned into a commercialized hot mess. So don't think of it about the food. That's, I think, one of the biggest problems about Thanksgiving. We think about it in terms of food. Let's think about Thanksgiving in terms of being thankful and just spending time with your family. If you move the focus away from just food, think about it. The holiday is literally all about binge eating. It's literally all about binge eating. That's all it is. That's all it is. It's about binge eating. It should be about being thankful. You don't need food to be thankful for family and friends. You could spend time with other human beings without eating. You don't have to. You don't have to eat food on Thanksgiving. And I'm not saying starve yourself, but you don't have to. Most people just feel like they need to. Most people feel like they have to. I think it's weird. I think it's the one day of the year when I never, ever, 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 like I never eat cranberry sauce. And all of a sudden it's fucking Thursday and there's going to be turkey on the table and fucking cranberry sauce. For what fucking reason? Why is there cranberry sauce near meat? What the fuck is that shit? Get that Jello away from my meat. Get it away. Get the fuck out of here. And where's the fat? Turkey. I don't want vegetables on fucking Thanksgiving. Give me a fucking steak. Give me a nice juicy ribeye steak. Give me some fucking tallow and butter just fucking all over it. Give me fucking cranberry sauce. Gross. The most overrated fucking nonsense. You can't even eat your meat without fucking sugar on it. Ugh. Now, this is just a funny joke. I don't care if you like cranberry sauce, but think about it. It's like the one day out of the year where I will ever be somewhere where that will be an option that I even remotely consider. Just one day out of the year. It's just arbitrary. So if you treat it like a normal day that you're maybe have an opportunity to spend some time with family and friends that you don't see often, it doesn't have to revolve around the food. Just don't revolve it around the food. Shift your mind. Make it less about the food, and then you won't feel that kind of food stress. It's weird. It is kind of weird. It's weird what kind of traditions just happens. Like, why turkey? Why? Why can't it be steak? It's like, why can't you just eat? Like, why just have a dinner together? Why does it have to have anything to do with turkey? Why? I mean, have tacos if you want. I mean, like, why does it have to be? It's weird. I'm telling you, it's weird. It's weird. It's weird what becomes like a staple. Stuffing, was it like just, what is it, like a bread pie? What really is stuffing? It's like a bread pie. It's like a wheat pie, a wheat loaf or some shit. It's weird. I don't like turkey. I really don't. Every year, you know why you have to put gravy and fucking sauce all over it? Because it's dry and it tastes like shit. Just fucking like, I just feel like it's obvious. And that's why you have to put shit all over it. If it was good, it would taste good in itself. It's just gross. This is gross. You want some dry white meat? No. No. And this is not being bah humbug. I'm not anti-Thanksgiving. I'm just anti-commercialized bullshit. It's gross. Turkey's fucking whack. Exactly. It's like I never have turkey like the rest of the year, but then all of a sudden Thanksgiving I'll be like, oh boy, I can't wait. No, I don't want it. Please, just give me. I'll have a ribeye steak. I'll have ribeye steak and some good conversation, please. Thank you. Give me some grass-fed beef. I'd like to make some gains, please. Thank you very much. Turkey. Well, anyway, it's just the idea that the entire holiday is literally all about food, as if we need another holiday to revolve around food. People are eating, we're binging every day. This is no different than most people's Thursday. This is another Thursday. A lot of people eat like this every Thursday. So this is just another opportunity. There's no difference. That's a little funny to think that, oh, this is something different. For me, it's, oh my God, this is an actual occasion type meal. For most people, okay, it's Thursday. It's another day. I'm going to eat it pizza. People go out and get a whole pizza pie. Like normally, okay, that's holy shit. What's the difference between Thanksgiving and that? Anyway, the more variety of food you have on the table, the more likely you're going to overeat calories. You're mixing salty and sweet back and forth. It's so easy to overdo it on Thanksgiving. There's no congruency to the flavors. There's no consistency to the meal. It's just random shit. So your body is just freaking out and you don't have that turnoff switch. It's not as effective. Plus all the processed carbs and stuff like that. We got chickens, homemade tacos sound delicious. Roast beast. Roast beast. I've been all grass-fed beef. I had Thanksgiving once in my life, holiday in the U.S., and they popped up a can of cranberry sauce. A can. Ooh. Yeah. Yeah. Not a big fan of cranberry sauce. That's just me. I wasn't a big person like that. I know some of you fucking love it. I never got it. I never really completely, never saw the real benefit to that. Reminder, let's take a couple more questions. I got a couple more topics we can cover. The Swole card for today is Thanksgaining. And a reminder, today is Wednesday. I think the Ask Papa Swolio live for members, I think we'll probably do it on Saturday. I think we'll probably do it this weekend. So stay tuned for that. I'm not going to do it on Friday or anything because a lot of you are going to you're going to deal with dealing with Black Friday type stuff, and we'll just do it on Saturday or something like that. So stay tuned for that. And good for you. Steve, I'm sure there's a reason why turkey's as ridiculous. Madeline, I'm making my own cranberry cherry sauce, no sugar. Ooh, fancy, fancy. Shannon Hayes, what do you use as an alternative to milk in your coffee? You can make bulletproof coffee. That's tasty. I'll either have it black or I make it like that. You can Google that one. Grass-fed butter and some MCT oil. A lot of people like that. How many of you are still drinking bulletproof coffee? Do you drink it? A lot of you are aware of it or you've tried it before. Make sure to drink some water. Ooh, thirsty. Need to chug some water. I don't know if you got time for a water break. Just chug. Drink it. Yeah, it's binging. It's binge eating, and it's also binge spending. Binge eating and binge spending. It's kind of like purge everything. Consume so much. Consume and buy. Consume. I drink anything except Starbucks. Oh. Let's see. That's right. I wanted to announce it. Hold on, before I forget. What we're going to do, and a bunch of you have asked over the last couple months or couple weeks especially. So remember that this is Black Swole Week. So Swolenormous Apparel, those of you that are ex-members and those of you that are, if you're not, the link in my Instagram bio, you can save 10%, but those of you that are members, you have the special for 20% off. So both of you or all of you for Swolenormous Apparel, but all those previous designs like the Fuck Yo Chicken Sandwich, the Fuck Your Pink Drink, and the Pumpkin Spice, all of them are going to be available for this weekend. So we had all those other releases that I said were awesome, and I'm releasing all the previous versions for the next couple days because a lot of you have been asking about it. I'm like, you know what, fuck it. So for the weekend, all those previous designs are going to be available too. If you missed those previous campaigns, whether it was the pumpkin spice, the chicken sandwich, or the pink drink, those are all going to be available. So the Christmas ones drive Mulgaining. In other words, there's like going to be just a fucking cajillion designs from the last year on the site. All right. So you can check that out. And if they're not all available now, they will be by the end of the day today, probably. Josh Fisk, the time of year when we're thankful for what we got, then the next day we kill each other for stuff we don't have. Well said. Well put. Well stated. It's so true. It's so true. We pretend. It seems like it's a little bit of it's a little hypocritical, isn't it? We're like, oh, I'm so thankful for what we have. And then everyone's trampling each other and pushing people out of the way. I think it's ridiculous that people tomorrow have to work. Mama Swolio's working at like 6 or 8 o'clock at night. It's like, what the fuck? Why? Why can't it just start on Friday? Why can't it just start Friday at 5 a.m.? I understand that. Leave that. Why 4? Why 3:30? Why 5 is early as shit. 6, let people sleep in just a little bit. 8 o'clock, 2 extra hours. Stay open late. Go from 8 a.m. to 2 in the morning. Like, stay extra late. It's so weird. It's sad. It's sad that it's getting to the point where you can't even let people enjoy a fucking meal with their family. And now we have to have Now people have to start eating at like 3 o'clock because they have to go to work at 6 and they have to go to work at 8 o'clock. Remember, you used to have Thanksgiving dinner at 6 or 7 o'clock at night. Then it started becoming 4 or 5 p.m. And now it's like a lunch almost. Right? Now it's like a lunch. You go to lunch. Oh, Thanksgiving lunch. And then you have to go to work. It's bullshit. It's bullshit. I'm not a fan of that. That's a buzzkill right there. You know, if you're going to have a day, if you're going to just pretend, like, you don't even give people the opportunity to have a Thanksgiving. You really don't. All right, let's do this Swole card giveaway, the hashtag Thanksgaining, and then I'll have whoever wins. I'll be announcing it right now, and then we'll send this out to you. And of course, we'll be live here a little bit earlier tomorrow because I do have the Thanksgiving meal with family like in the afternoon. So we'll be here for an earlier Swole tomorrow. So just stay tuned, maybe 10, 11 o'clock, something like that. So let me do a little scrolly McScrollerson and we'll pick a winner for Thanksgaining. You can still comment now just in case, last chance. Scroll, scroll, scroll. Up and down. And the winner, Lord Kelleth. Thanks. That's a great comment. Look at that. So much better without the cranberry sauce. Anyway, Thanksgiving, Lord Kelleth. Congratulations. Everyone say congratulations, Kelleth or Lord. Congratulations. Yes, me Lord. Congratulations, Lord Kelleth. So whoever you are, send a message, send an email to support@swolenormous.com with Swole card 1300 and your mailing address, and we'll get you this card. Congratulations, signed by Papa Swolio, and Thanksgaining on the front with the PS. So Lord Kelleth, it's up on the screen. Congratulations. Send me the message. Email. So I'll leave that up. Yes, me lord. Was that Warcraft? Is that old school or StarCraft? Yes, me lord. All right. Yes, me lord. Any gamers out there? Come on. I think it was StarCraft. I never really played, but my roommate, my friend, played all the time. So I'd always hear, yes, me lord. All right. That's old school gaming. It's like Command and Conquer days. It's that gangster shit. Footmen and Warcraft. There we go. Game of Thrones, Warcraft. Okay. All right. See, I didn't play them, but I remember one of those crafts. It's one of those fucking things. All right, fam. Thank you so much. Lord Kelleth, send us an email to support@swolenormous.com. And tomorrow, everyone, 1301, another day, another sick fucking gain session. Thank you so much for being here for episode 1300 of the Sleaze, the most muscular Swolecast, Beardcast, Broadcast, Gangcast, Mancast, Pimpcast, Sleazecast, and Slaycast in the realm. Because when I flex, you flex, we all flex our biceps. And I'll see everyone tomorrow for 1301. Peace, McGeese, Deuce, Magoose, ya boy, Papa Swolio. Out.